My name is Matthew Rowe. I'm an independent filmmaker from Baltimore, mostly specializing in art films and experimental documentaries. I've been making films since I was about 17 years old, when I figured out that I couldn't make a living as an author. Most of the times that start off my creative process is usually from possibly a short story or a poem, something that sparks my interest with a certain type of subject matter. And it's not really that I follow along with a specific story, it's just a general theme that sparks my interest that ends up breathing life into other ideas that evolve as they go along. I write pretty much almost all of my films, and I do everything in stream of consciousness, so as the characters discover what's happening to them, I'm discovering too. It's not necessarily always an effective method, but at the same time, over the course of 10 to 40 drafts of a screenplay and then multiple edits of the final product, you finally piece together the attitude and the mood and the theme of the overall piece through the overall developing of the project. I don't really ever start out with anything that's concrete, and usually it changes 5 to 6 times in the interim between when I started and when I finally completed. Tonight I'll be showcasing the short film of mine called The Black Meat, which was a 13-minute short film off select routines from the author William S. Burroughs from his books Junkie, Queer, and Naked Lunch, which is about trying to take his routines from his novel and try to transcribe it for film, at the same time representing a certain mental aspect in the mind of an addict.
Blood-clotted needle hanging out of a blue arm. The look on his face when he took the hit was tasty.
My hope for 5 years from now, basically, on the most baseline of it, is to at least be fully employed in my industry. But I guess you could say the most generous aspect, the outlook that I have for the next 5 years, is to have my name, at least especially in Baltimore, associated with quality work as well as provocative films that make people want to keep coming back, and I also gain an audience over time, because that's always been an issue with me. My experience with RAW actually has been a lot better than I was hoping for, because I've worked with certain arts exhibitions before, and usually they're very, very tight and stringent when it comes down to the rules, the regulations, how they want things done. RAW is more about the artist trying to find the best possible audience they can for their artwork, which is, especially in the digital age where everything is democratized and the lines between filmmakers and just nuts with a camera is blurred to a degree where it's really hard to define yourself. RAW is just a great way for exposure to happen, and thus your subsequent career after the exhibitions looks a little bit more brighter because of the exposure you achieve. The information that you can gather about my work primarily is off of my production company's website, which is heavensfirefilms.com. My name is Matthew, and I am a RAW artist.